Hello, I'm Mr. Roman from the Bible. I predicted the pandemic in 2016 when God told me very directly, and it actually happened in 2020. And it killed tons because people got careless, they misdistributed their attention elsewhere. When all government officials' duties are to build with detainees, for detainees, they keep building for each other and the rest of the community. It builds trust, it builds understanding, it builds stability, it ensures a healthier environment. Must always care for marine life and marine life's food in the sea. Spotless surroundings in all the oceans. Scuba diving, enjoying friendships, learning new languages, taking care of land animals and all of their foods. They just need water and food and clean environments for a long, long life. Our waters must be cleaned, filtered. We need everybody always on the right path. We have grown great equity and great relationships all over the world. And it's a perfect time to always re-educate the right path and the helping hands and manpower, because we don't want anybody's life to go to waste. We don't want you in harm's way. The true foundation behind all training, spreading the good word constantly, constant reminders, understanding that medication, drugs, it all comes from food. Understand that. A mixture and combinations, extracts, which becomes a reaction, equals chemical. And then it's concentrated, adding a diuretic to form its overall result. Medication that you see in pharmacies, it's all from food. Even certain foods can have a positive testing on a drug screening. I need you to educate yourself properly. Legalizing all foods and drugs, making sure our healing plants and brews are cared for by our government officials with detainees and community, everybody equally knowledgeable, everything organized. Because people based coming out of the house, they only base it off everything presented to them to this day in order to be successful. A house, food, clothes, partner, brand new car. Now we're not wasting anybody's time. We get right to it. Right to labor work. You do not want to burn in hell, because I know every single one of you is afraid to die. God created everything that came to be, so God will eliminate everything that keeps God from living life. If you're afraid to die, then don't be so impulsive. You take on that leadership position and you word it properly. Hey, that's short-lived. I don't know who is jealous of you. I don't know what confusion you're going through. Express yourself. It's very important for everybody to express their frustrations. We all bear the same fruits. We all have the same frustrations. All right, let's make sure you get a house, right? Everything legalized. You can enjoy your, a nice drink with, some food, a nice cigarette. These are all God's fruits. There's going to be a lot of medications that are not going to be needed, but will be for historic education and teaching the new life that produces very rapidly. Alright? Because God will cripple you. And nobody should be making anybody think they have to do some shit or belittle themselves in order to be great. Because you will burn in hell. Every single one of you that mistreats the people, you will burn in hell. Even if you are a pro at getting away with this shit, you will burn and you will suffer. You're trying to protect a life. You're trying to protect a life that now it's not even worth protecting because you're too busy hiding your fuck ups. So we're gonna make sure that we don't send anybody to hell. That's for God to do. We forgive as God forgives us. We reach common ground, understanding that we have to follow these rules, that we all have to follow together, no favorites. We're all equal. We all have to eat, we all have to shower, we all have to work. To work is to live. To live is to eat. To eat is to work for your food. To educate yourself, come on. I want to see everybody backpacking, everybody in school, constantly. Languages, universally, always constantly being taught. Everyone must teach new languages religiously every single day. How about once a week? Start once a week and learn your favorite language first. Another favorite foreign language. Because our great relationships worldwide is disease prevention. We don't know if they're, being bullied by a dictator or somebody that tries to, we see that short-lived things here in the States too. And we handle it properly. That's why it's best for everybody to stay involved and make sure we get rid of all that toxic stuff. Because there's no need. There's nothing to obtain from anybody else that is not accessible for everybody. Everyone's very welcoming and kind everywhere. It all comes down to being uneducated, right? Having the wrong values, right? And just coming into business, looking at money, not even valuing how it even comes to be. It's the people, and they have to be healthy, always. We've seen, people, you see, and I'm expressing myself, and then you heard that, right? And then I got shocked here in the head by a fucking idiot. Somebody has too much time in their hands to where now they're harassing the people. And they put words in our mouth, they harass us, they threaten us, and whisper in low frequencies, they talk in low frequencies. Dude, those people gotta get out. Dude, literally. They gotta get out of everybody. They make people believe that it's permanent, there's no way out of it, but dude, they're gonna burn in hell, whoever it is. Like literally burn in hell. All their pleasures will become extremely painful. They will suffocate every waking moment. You stay with God. Stay in the present. If they're not in your present, you don't gotta hear it. They will burn in hell and they will history and time after time, God always tells everybody, through generation through generation. And then what do we always see? We always see them cry like a bitch, suffering in agonizing pain. And all we had to do was hype them up to die. That hype up came in many ways throughout history. Some people wanted to get away with it. They faked it. We wanted to find out what was the real issue, so we hyped it up until we actually knew, hey, this is the real toxic one. So we got rid of it. They will hype you up to die. They use compliments as a weapon. They root for you. And they say, don't mess with that person. Totally ruining our great loyal partners. Because if it's not us, they treat everybody else like shit. And those are our loyal partners. Every single turn is God. And when they don't feel satisfied, they toxify our troops, our policemen, our feds. They confuse their surroundings. They kill our families. And we're just focused on living, so they take the obvious advantage. And how do we completely eliminate all that? Through education. Through education and understanding how short-lived and a piece of shit some scenarios and adapting to shitty narratives get. We all bear the same fruits. There's no time to be entertaining war or conflict, because there's people out there, our neighbor countries, even here in the States, that don't have a healthy living standard. And that is why you're seeing you have heart disease, having cancer, disease, people getting born with cancer already, with a disease. And there's no need for that. I can't believe you guys were, for a moment, hyping up people just that created medicine just to adapt to the sick. I can't believe it. Over time, we really know what we're working with. And now we really know the root of the real problem. Nobody should be doing war. That's stupid, and those are idiots. You know, a lot of times it's not even their fault. I don't want to see nobody put in harm's way. There's healthy ways you can make movies, horror movies, educational movies, poisonous plant lessons learned movies, poisonous animals, lessons learned movies, dangerous sea animals in movies. You can portray a picture of the right way, staying on the right path movies, warnings on what happens if it gets careless movies, so you can never see it in real life, so everybody is always reminded. So everybody is always reminded. Alright? It's not a game. Because literally while I'm speaking to you, whoever's doing that dumb shit to us is dying as we speak. And they regret it. They were misguided. Someone was probably jealous of them. And we're not going to let that happen to any one of you. So we always forgive. And we always provide proper opportunity, proper education, provide provide understanding, an opportunity to build trust, teamwork, stability, get right to the ease of solution. See? They keep on talking like a little bitch. If I would have listened to those idiots that supposedly have everything to do with this and that when they don't, we wouldn't have gotten to the real solution. And I get everything from God, which is why they always fail, whoever it is. But let's all forgive because we know God. And you know God will handle them very, very direct and personally. So there's never nothing to worry. All those threats, totally, I ignore them all the time, and I have great days with God. And they can't even get close to you, not when you're a good person and not when you do everything right. You stay with God, it's God every turn. Let me tell you one more time, so you don't forget. God would not belittle anybody or make somebody do something stupid in order for you to have a great life. That was always promised and guaranteed, because it's very, 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 very important that every single person remains under healthy living standards. Because your health is a reflection of my health. My health is a reflection of your health. If you're not okay, I'm for sure not going to be okay. If I'm not okay, you're for sure not going to be okay. You don't ever go against people that guarantee you a great life, unbothered, room to grow, privacy, and fun, and endless possibilities to the next planet and the next planet and the next planet. We need everybody building, no more patrolling. You can make movies with the detainees, the community, have fun with it. It builds great relationships. You're gonna keep those great relationships. And every single day, you'll notice how all that toxic stuff goes way, way far from you. And it becomes extinct. Because now you're occupying yourselves with healthy habits, healthier habits. So it's very, very important and it's just a blessing to get to know God. And to know God is to know God in all of his and her faces, every single part of the world, with every individual that you come across, and their different aura and different personalities. Even in silence, it's so knowledgeable. Understand and know God. It's such a blessing. And you see always everyone in the world other's back. Really, really good. So we're not going to be standing for shit. Never were. That's not how our foundation was made off of. That is not how we came to a great day. All that war was not the reason why we're seeing a great day today. No. We're seeing a great day today because we educate constantly, keep the good word extremely constantly in many forms every single day. We lead by example, cleaning, cooking, educating along the process. Sometimes it doesn't even take that much to do. You just have to show up to keep constant on education. You just have to show up. And being a good person and making it look cool, dude, does wonders. And it also does wonders for your health. There's a great life to live. And you damn sure know that you are going to live a long, beautiful, unbothered, peaceful life with tons of friendships everywhere in the world. Everywhere. If there was any war in Iran, it's no more. Because we know the good word. That's why I said if there ever was. But I don't even want to take a chance of if there was ever any conflict. Because that's God. Every turn. Because when they see us, they see God. When they see anybody in the world, they see God. We don't know who's trying to psych them out like they're trying to do to us. You need to start leading, staying in the present, making sure you come prepared every time. You land, spread the kind gestures, helping hands, and you get to building. Making sure every family has a nice, luxurious architecture home, landscape, constructing new roads everywhere. I don't know why it just stopped. When we need everybody on the same page. Everybody, dude. I'm talking everybody in the world, in every military, border patrol, police, every government agency with detainees and corrections, everybody building for everybody, and we go next to the next country, and we go to the next country. Everybody must remain under a healthy living standards. Everything's going to be brand new. We have all of the funding. I already released the funds from the equity of the Bible with all of our families everywhere in the whole world. So there's rules you need to follow. We're not going to take away your healthy communication, healthy teamwork, and your healthy problem-solving skills. You need to take initiative. Every employee and every business must follow mandatory healthcare guidelines by law. Every employee, $10, $20 every pay period for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months, and it's never going to stop. And every business and establishment, even restaurants, retail, everybody, sports, is going to have a building team with them. You're going to partner with contracts. You're going to have contractors teach new life together, and off we go. It's so easy to learn how to get funded with private funding, and each project that you land, you survey it, and you get right to building. Now everybody's happy and looks forward to a great, peaceful, clean life. Amusement parks, brand new. Amusement parks, like some amusement parks, limited because the amusement parks are gonna heighten the vibe. You know, when you go to Disneyland, SeaWorld, Six Flags, and more brand new ones, universal. But also you can pick like one of the rides and you can put it in a public park. And then all the public parks are going to have feeding stations to where all the dogs are going to roam free. And then we'll have like showers, like a shower section, because every animal must be taking showers regularly. Every single day, just like us. There's work to be done. There is work to be done in the right direction. I can't believe they were already offering jobs just to sit on your ass and on the telephone. Let's make sure we're always directed in that right path and that you never fucking forget. Because then now we see some fucking crime junkies and then people that were so innocent being blamed, and it looked so believable, and they were just like tampering with evidence. It's so messed up, dude. It's really, really messed up. When your lives can be really fun and really taken care of, you need to get accustomed to that healthy pattern and healthy habits. We are at it every single day. So you never forget, and you do not want to toxify the new employees, because you will grow old and you will be unable and weary. You do not want to be, consumed by careless children that grew up with the lack of understanding. You do not want that. Now that you have them with corrections and the detainees, there is opportunities to build trust, build understanding, build great relationships, languages to teach. Nobody is playing games. You're seeing it today. Some of you are going breathless. Some of you are looking fucking dead and rotten and really sick, and you're under healthy living standards. That's embarrassing. And you lack nothing in your life. There's people out there that are not able to afford a healthy living for no reason, because they're not following the healthy mandatory wage increase in the healthy manner by mandatory healthcare guideline law. Do you want to be gasping for air when you don't have to? It's a horrible feeling, man. Do you want to just walk and out of nowhere, having a great day with tons of plans ahead of you, and then you just collapse for no reason, and you don't even have to? And that war with all those toxic, poisonous smokes that harm our environment, that can prolong suffering, man. That doesn't do no help. We're helping hand in manpower. Understand the rules were established by the Romans from the Bible, and now you understand all of your duties the right way is caring for your surroundings, caring for all consumptions, making sure everybody builds for everybody. The good word came through pictures of war and conflict and this. They were all educational. It never happened in real life. The people who did that in real life, they're no more, because we're all involved. Now you're seeing what happened, right, with Jesus Christ. It was somebody hiding behind all of us. And then what do they say? Oh, they blame the Romans. Somebody messed up in the military. A label pays an individual to join just so they can work with them, and then they have shitty, selfish motives, and then it toxifies this, and they're trying to get away with this and that, and then somebody dies, a war starts, and what do they blame? They blame military, law enforcement, feds. You get me? All for just one or two, not even a handful of toxic individuals with the wrong motives. Please don't judge off of what you see. There's a lot of fake news. And a lot of times when you hear all of this and that, and it sounds and it looks so convincing, don't judge anybody, man. Now that's when God wants to see. Now who are you? Are you going to believe those liars not knowing what if they were jealous of this person, that person, this group, or that country, or our country? Are you going to judge them? Where are you now? Are you going to listen to somebody that did that to them and they were a good person? That's when God wants to see you. Now you show God who you are very directly. And you put that great value into every individual. And you make sure you treat every single individual kind, with respect, with privacy given. And you do not misguide them. And we all follow the same rules that we all have to follow internationally in order to remain at peace, left alone, our consumption respected and cared for. It creates demand in labor in the right direction. And everybody that has hands on drugs or anything, now, hey, they come to law enforcement working side by side with us. They can make it all side by side with us. And it's right there with the scientists and pharmaceutical professionals. It gets tested, it's garbage, taken away. And it's educated and corrected. And then on the billboard, this is harmful, this kills you. Whatever you dish out, it comes back to you. So whatever you give, that's what you're eating. Simple as that. Extremely, extremely powerful in the good word. You hear all of this and that. You hear all of this and that on the internet. But when you go outside, it's peaceful. So you understand how powerful the good word is, right? So when I get off the phone and I see something really messed up, I'm like, hey, no, I don't want to do that. It's short-lived. I want to live a good day. I want to have a good day. I have plans like everybody else does, because everybody wants a great life. And everybody's, in accordance, enjoying their day with their own personalities going. Enjoying a cigarette, a drink, a night out, dancing, some food. Everyone educating each other. Work needs to be done. I don't even want a second of a glimpse of hearing about shit. But since we're 100% partners, well, since I'm 100%, I always involve everybody, all of our families together, because it's a together thing, a mutual agreement, mutual understanding in the right direction, right? Because with God, you're very selfless. You understand that you're no better than anybody. It's God. Every turn, we're all equal. Because nobody can do it alone. And they have lives and families to protect too. And shit gets always thrown out the window. No favoriting anywhere in the world. We care for one another and understand that the reflection of their health is a reflection of your health. So you make sure they're great and good. Alright, it's God every turn. God bless you. And have a great, loving, peaceful life. Alright? We need all troops, federal agents with detainees and corrections, regularly showering animals, regularly feeding animals, go scuba diving in the sea, making sure everything is cared for and spotless, clean, take all that trash out, and if Some days you don't see anything, well then just enjoy a swim. It's better to have too much time on your hands towards the right direction and then you have fun than have too much time in your hands and then your lives get rotted in a sense. You know? So you always stay on that right direction and enjoy your friendships, you know? A lot of people, dude, I don't want to see it ever again, you know, away from finding their special soulmate, their special someone. Well, dude, stay on that right path with everybody and you're gonna fucking fall in love with God. God will come right to you. You don't have to be forcing anything. You just stay a good person. That's what attracts all those blessings. You stay healthy on the good word in many forms. It's all understood. God blesses to the extreme abundantly. But understand there's always new life to teach constantly, dude. New life breeds extremely rapidly. There's a species that bursts millions within days, dude. Within days. And they have to be extremely healthy. Millions, dude. And this is one species only. And they have to be healthy. If they're not healthy and their surroundings are not healthy, then we're prone to some disease. The environment that we live in justifies our overall health. So understand, when I approach with knowledge very confidently, I am backed by 100% results with no risk and ensuring a great life. And people that, you know, some partners will say, hey man, you're leaving tons of money, like extremely, like tons of money on the table. But no, because it's already been established before anyone was born, right? So understand, it's always in the foundation. I go through it just like with the people. There's people to teach. There's nothing you can be taken away from anybody. That dollar amount, don't be impressed. There's people to keep healthy. That's all it comes down to, a great life. And you'll understand it's food for thought. Anyways, it builds great equity, right? And it creates demand in labor work. All that mutual understanding motivates labor workers to continue after they get all excited about the idea, and then they, you know, they get like gassed out after, you know, there's nothing to motivate them no more. Their life is great. So this understanding keeps them going, you know. That's very, very important to know, that, you know, why we even come out is to ensure our health and happy life and our privacy, and making sure when we're children, like at the house, it's guaranteed like left alone, because I know I was there for God anywhere in the world, and I made sure that they're in a big home, you know, with the healthy ways to go about it, with the proper helping hands and manpower. Yeah, dude. And you know, God is really cool. People are really, really cool. God every turn. Don't forget that. God bless. There's work to be done in the right way. So get to work. I don't want anybody put in harm's way. Nobody in the world.